Hey everyone and welcome back. If you are new here then hello, my name is Zoe and this is my YouTube channel. Today I'm doing an all drugstore everyday, really easy soft glam makeup. To be honest, I just felt like doing my makeup this morning and why not film it for you guys? Plus I haven't filmed an all drugstore makeup for ages, so again I'll leave here what it's going to look like. We're just going to get straight into today's video. I have already popped a bit of moisturiser on, but I'm going to pop a little bit more on with some illuminator. So this is a simple kind to skin hydrating light moisturiser. I'm going to mix a little bit of the liquid cream drops from Barry M into that. Okay, so I am just going to blend a bit of this onto the high points of my face. I do find these cream drops do blend a little bit better if you mix them with something. So I'm just going to apply it with a brush first. I'll just use a clean brush just to buff that in because I don't want to look too shiny. I am on the hunt for a few new drugstore products. I need a new foundation, preferably a new concealer as well. So if there's any drugstore products which you are really loving at the moment, please leave them down in the comments because during lockdown I've not done my makeup so many times and I'm literally running out of so much makeup, so I want to pick up a few new drugstore bits. So if there's anything that you are enjoying, then let me know down there. I have already done my eyebrows. I did my soap brows this morning and I've got a full tutorial of my soap brows, which I will leave in this corner if you are interested. And I'm just going to move straight on to foundation. So my foundation today, I'm going to use the Rimmel Wake Me Up. And what shade is this? This is in soft beige. Give it a good shake. So I'm going to apply it first with this brush, which is from Blank Canvas. It's the F20. And I'm just going to sort of press it on the skin first, just to build up the coverage, and then even it out with my beauty blender so there's no like streak marks. I don't think I've ever done my makeup so many times or so much before the lockdown started because I'm trying to do as many tutorials as I can, which means doing my makeup all the time, and I don't think I've ever done my face so many times. If there are any tutorials that you want to see, again, leave me any ideas or anything that you're interested in down in the comment section because I'm doing 2 videos a week at the moment on Thursdays and Sundays. If there's anything that you want to see, then please let me know down in the comments. So that is one layer of the foundation. I'm just going to build it up a little bit with my beauty blender, so I'm just going to add a little bit more. Dog hairs everywhere. So embarrassing. Even though this isn't everyday makeup, I'm not going to be doing too much on the eyes, so I feel like we can get away with doing a bit more on the skin with less on the eyes. So I'm going to build this up so it's a nice full coverage. Okay, so let's move on to concealer. I'm going to use my Barry M, the full coverage longwear concealer in Oatmeal. I use my Makeup Revolution concealer all the time, so I felt like doing something a little bit different. So I'm just going to pop this in like a triangle, and then I am going to just sharpen it up as if I'd done a wing, even though I'm not going to. I am going to contour my eyes as well, so this will just help add to the effect. And then I'll pop a little bit on my eyelids. I'm not going to carve out my brows today. I think I'm just going to leave them like a little bit messy, a little bit more on the fluffy side. I'm going to blend that out using the side that I've blended the foundation. I just feel like it blends a bit better that way. And push that in. I'm also running out of hairstyles at the moment because if anyone else's roots are really bad, then please let me know I'm not the only one. My roots are like down here, and I feel like I can't wear my hair down. I always end up wearing it in a ponytail, so today I've gone for half up, half down, but I feel like I'm overdoing that a little bit now, but I'm rubbish with hairstyles, so all I can do is half up, half down, and a ponytail. I have bought some of that root spray from L'Oreal, but I've not tried it yet. I got the more gingery one. I think it's mahogany or something. So I think I'm going to have to start using that soon. And then just with a little brush, I'm just going to blend this over my eyelids. My eyes are really red at the moment because of my hay fever. For my contour, I'm going to use this concealer and contour palette from Rimmel. This is in the shade Dark, and I'm going to mix those 2 darky shades first for the perimeter of my face. I'm using a Real Techniques contour brush for it, and I just literally go just back and forward into those two darker ones. I'm just going to apply it just in my usual places, just underneath my cheekbones, around my forehead. And then I'm going to take just that middle shade there, and I'm going to do around my eyes with this. So just in my crease, I'm just going to take it round and then wing it up like that. You don't have to be neat with this part at all because we're going to blend it out anyway. And these are really blendable, so I just kind of shove it on and then blend it later. And then just a little bit round my lips as well. I did do for, I think it was my last tutorial, my in-depth like lip contouring video, so I'll leave that linked in the corner if you are interested. So it's how to make your lips look a lot more full with like just makeup. So that's my routine just in that corner. And then any excess I'll just run underneath my jawline, and then I'll just pop just a little bit over like the centre of my nose because I can't contour my nose, but I don't like it to be left out. So I'm just going to blend that in with the Real Techniques contour brush. I'm going to start on my cheeks first. I just can't contour my nose because it's just so like bony. I feel like I just make it worse if I try and put contour on there. And on my cheeks I like to bronze with it as well, so I do like to bring it up onto my cheeks and then blend underneath. And then I'm just going to use that concealer brush which I used to blend my eyelid concealer just to buff out my lip contour, and then I'll do my eyes. So I'm just going to buff it into like this inner socket. I suppose I'm kind of joining it up with the top of my nose, and then I'm just going to buff it into my crease. I'm not going to go all the way up to the brow, just so I have got a little bit of a lighter underneath my brow, and then literally just blend it out. You don't have to wing it out if you don't want to. I quite like it nice and blown out. Same with this eye. If you feel like you've applied too much, don't worry, because you can always go over it with some more foundation and it will just tone it down a little bit. Okay, so next I'm going to highlight my under eye. So I'm going to use the Maybelline Eraser Concealer. This one is in the neutralizer shade, so this one's a bit more yellow. And I'm just going to highlight just this inner corner because I do like my under eyes to be quite bright. So I'll just let that sit there for a minute. If you do let your concealer dry a little bit, it does give you a bit more coverage. So if ever I'm in a rush and I can't be bothered to wait, I just waft it dry a little bit and then it will just add a little bit of extra coverage. So again, I'm going to press it in the area that I want it, so I'm not going to blend it out too much, and then I can just taper out the edges. So then I'm just going to taper it out, just bring it back. Contour brush, just tapping over this edge just so it doesn't look too harsh. Okay, so now I'm only going to set the concealed areas, and then my bronzer will set the rest. So I'm going to use the Insta Fix and Matte. This is just a pressed powder. I'm not going to go too heavy with the powder today because my skin is quite dry, so I only just need just a little bit just to help take the tackiness away. So I'm going to start with my under eyes before they start to crease too much, and then a little bit around my chin and my nose because I do get a little bit shiny there, and maybe just in the very centre of my forehead. For my bronzer, I'm going to use my Milani Baked Bronzer. This one is in the shade 5 and it's completely broke. So let's just pop some of this on. I'm going to tap this on rather than swirl it about because we don't want to move any of the contour or foundation or anything that we've applied. So just pat it on rather than swirl it around. And then blush, I'm going to use this palette from Sleek. This is called Lace Blush Palette. And when I open it, I'm just going to use that sort of peachy corally one there. And I'm literally like tapping it in and then I buff it off on my hand because these are so pigmented. I'll make it a little bit brighter today because it is nice and sunny outside. I always like to blend my blush back into my bronzer. Moving on to the eyes, this is going to be really, really simple. So I'm going to take my Nip and Fab palette. This is the contour palette in dark, and I'm going to mix those two there. This is just simply going everywhere where we just did that cream contour colour because it's just going to set it basically. I'm going to buff a little bit onto the outer part of my lid. Then for the rest of my lid, I'm going to take that one, and this is just going to set the concealer that is underneath. So I'm just going to press that on just so it doesn't crease. Okay, then I'm going to take that darkest one there, and I'm just going to pop this where my eyeliner would go if I was going to do eyeliner. So just along this outer corner, along the lash line, but I'm literally just doing like the outer third or the outer half. And I'm just going to smudge it out until it's barely there. So eyeliner, I'm just going to line my top waterline. I absolutely love to do this because it just makes the roots of my lashes look a bit thicker because they are so fair. So I just fill in underneath. And then I'm going to give my lashes a quick curl. Can't wait until I can have a lash lift and tint done again. The lashes look non-existent, but they are actually quite long. They're just so fair. And I don't really like tinting them myself because it always ends up going in my eyes. For mascara, I'm going to use L'Oreal's Lash Paradise, and I'm going to pop a couple of coats of this on. Okay, then I am going to apply some lashes, but I'm just going to apply some to the outer corner. So these ones I made in my Foxy Eyes makeup tutorial. I'll leave that in this corner. I just cut some lashes up and just made them into little corner ones. They're so comfortable, and I've just really been enjoying wearing these rather than like a full lash. While that glue is just drying, I'm just going to take a little bit of that lighter shade out of this contour palette, and I'm just going to pop a little bit just on the very outer corner of my under eyes. I just feel like this disguises my under eye creases a little bit, and it's like barely there, but just hides them a little bit because I have like the world's creasiest under eyes. And then for my lower waterline, I'm going to use a nude pencil. This is from Rimmel, and it's a Scandalised pencil. I think it's called Nude. Yeah, it is called Nude. Okay, these should be quite tacky now. I'm just going to pop them right on the outer corner. Okay, then once they are on, what I do like to do is just take a little bit more of the mascara, and I'll just apply a little bit more to my like natural lashes in this inner corner, just to blend them in a little bit. So for my highlighter, I'm going to use this from Anyway Makeup Academy. It's the Shimmer Highlight Powder in Radiant Cashmere. Absolutely love these. I'm going to pick up a few more shades, like a more gold shade I think for the summer. And the more you kind of buff these in, the more sort of glow that it gives, so it doesn't just look like you just put glitter on your face. You want it to look like a nice like summer glow. So I'll just keep on buffing until I'm happy with how it looks. And then I'm also just going to pop a little bit of this in my inner corner as well, a bit under my brow bone. And then I'm just going to take that bronzer again and just buff over everywhere just to make sure everything's sort of blended together. This is an illuminated bronzer as well, so it'll just help bring a little bit more glow to the skin as well. And then we can move on to lips. So I'm thinking more of like a peachy, like corally lip today. So I'm going to use this lip pencil from NYX, which is in the shade San Francisco, because I always do a nude lip and sometimes it's nice to have a bit of a change. I'm going to fill in the whole lips with this as well. Okay, and then for the centre, I've got this lipstick from Primark, which is in the shade Naked Flame, and it actually comes out like quite a peachy nude, so I'm just going to pop this in centre. Oh, okay guys, so what do you think? I really like it. I really like that lip colour as well. I don't usually wear anything other than a nude, so that actually feels quite colourful for me. So that was my drugstore everyday soft glam makeup. I really hope you enjoyed today's makeup tutorial. Let me know if you did down in the comments. Please give it a big thumbs up as well, and don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you in my next one. Bye!